Hi guys, welcome back to episode 7 of Crucible Academy. This one is a bit of an awkward one, but I'm sure we'll be able to get through it fine. This is about understanding your opponents. And no, I do not mean you have to know your opponents personally. I mean, take note of what weapons they're using, take note of what classes they're using. If you're in trials and they've got 2 snipers and a shotgun, you should know that unless you've got a sniper, you probably shouldn't be going into any long lanes because those snipers will probably take your head off. I've got one video which is me clutching a comp round, which, especially towards the end, I will talk you through how I understood what I felt like my opponents were going to do and how I used that information to clutch out the round. And then we'll be going into what I believe can be quite a controversial point at the end, but I'll explain my thought process when we get to it. Okay, so we've got a video here which is us down 1 round and 3-1 lives in comp. Going okay for now, Flannel ends up getting herself picked, and John actually gets sniped. I managed to get 1 pick, and then Endless gets caught out running at me. I actually know the people that we were against, and they're a pretty decent team, so I was happy with myself that I managed to clutch this one out. But because of the comp spawn glitch, both of my teammates end up spawning back up, so I'll take that, I guess. Now I get this guy down 180 health, and I'm trying to capitalize on this kill, but he runs away from me. I tried to slide back up to engage him, but I see he's got a shotgun, and I don't. So unless I back out of that engagement, I'm almost certainly going to lose. But I shade step, has a shade step with the slow, so he gets slowed, and my teammates arrive at the time to freeze him and back me up, so I managed to get that kill. So now it's 0 for 0-1. Respawns, this teammate of theirs is going to spawn back up who just died, so now we're in a 3v3, so we're in a pretty good position. They've got a squall, a shade binder, my teammate gets picked, and they've got a chaos reach. I managed to get one of their people down, both my teammates go down, so now they've got a shade binder and chaos reach. Neither of their supers are up yet, but both of the abilities from those classes are really dangerous. So the information that I've got now is, first of all, their chaos reach has just come up, and I'm really scared. But this heavy ammo is here. So that heavy ammo could potentially help me out to win the round. But they know that, I know that they know that, and so they are going to be watching that heavy ammo. So if I'm going to have to go for it, I'll probably have to go for it pretty quickly, and if there's any signs that I'm not going to be able to get it, I need to back the hell out. But if they get this heavy ammo, that's round over for me. I was not going to win if they get this heavy ammo. I'm a little bit hesitant because I fully expected those two to already be in this lane watching this heavy ammo, but they actually let me jump up and get it. But I pick up that heavy ammo, and the first thing that they're going to do when I pick up the heavy ammo is they're going to know that I'm in that position. So as soon as I pick that up, I need to jump away because they're going to be chaos reaching that, which they do. Now, at this moment, they've just chaos reached that middle lane. They didn't kill me, and they've probably seen me up here on their radar, which means before this chaos reach even comes around this corner, I'm suspecting that it will, so I need to go back left towards this sort of like wall and hide here, waiting for the chaos reach to come up. Now, here, rewind that back just a second. Here, my radar starts pinging to the left. That's not the chaos reach moving because chaos reaches can't move that fast, and I know that he's still in his super because it's still glowing. So that's going to be the shade binder coming to my left. I'm okay jumping out to the left and taking that 1v1 because I've got a heavy grenade launcher, so I'm okay with the fact that I feel like I'm going to win that fight. But I choose to jump out to the left here. To the left. Now, get that kill down. This person is now out of his chaos reach. He's in front of me here, which means he's going to be coming around this waterfall, and I've got 2 shots. I've got proximity grenades on my grenade launcher, which means I can just fire it anywhere near him, and 2 bullets should be enough to take him down. And that's what happens. And that's how I clutched out the game, man. That was a really hard round to clutch out, especially against people that I actually know, because they are all really good players. I don't think I could have played that any better. Maybe I could have gone for the heavy a little bit earlier, but who knows what would have happened. So you can see from that video that we watched how I understood what weapons my enemies were using, especially what classes they were using to know who was who in what moment. That helped me predict what they would do when I picked up the heavy, because I saw their chaos reach was up, so I knew as soon as I picked it up I needed to jump away because they were going to chaos me. And I used my radar to sort of understand where I feel like the people were coming from, who was who, and who I should and shouldn't be engaging in that moment. Now for everyone's favourite topic, statistics. I can already see people in the comments telling me that stats don't make a difference, and for the most part they're not a say all end all be all. I'm pretty certain that's how you say it. Stats don't define a person, but they are a very good indicator, and I will die on that hill. I will stand by that. So, just for the purpose of this video, this is my brother who we're looking at. He plays on Stadia, so don't be worried by the 4.29. He's not a cheater, I promise you. If I saw this, if I was going into a Trials game, I would say this is an extremely good game. Lou and Defy are their two best players. Duke is an extremely good player and he's playing really well, so we're in for one hell of a game. But I would use the information that I'm seeing here. If on any round we picked Lou first, I would be instantly calling out to my team, that's the best player down. That is him. We need to keep that res down, because understanding who the strengths are in a team, who the weaknesses are in some team, can really allow you to capitalize on either the weaker players or the stronger players. If you can see someone on your radar and they are alone, they are isolated away from the rest of their team, capitalize on that. Get all of your team on you, jump on that one player who's alone, and no matter who it is, whether it's a weaker player or a good player, that means the rest of the round is going to be in a 2v3. But even better if it's one of the better players. If I was coming up against this team in Trials and Lou was on his own and we managed to capitalize on that and get him down, that's great. We've just got what I know to be one of the best players down, and we can play out the rest of the round knowing that their strongest link is down and he's not coming back up until he gets revived. It's always a really controversial point talking about statistics and whatever in D2, because I know that a lot of people are like stat farmers and whatever, and there's a lot of different opinions on stats, but I do still use statistics as a good indicator of who we're coming up against and how I should be playing the game that I'm going into. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. On to episode 8. See you there.